Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Barakatam to the hopefully elect. Just back with another quick video through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Basically, man, got inspired through the Spirit. Just a combination of things that I was meditating on. Um, um, yeah, man, just a combination of things that I was meditating on. You know, being the times that we're coming into, man. You know, because when we say, man, the bad times that we're coming into, man. It's pretty much an understatement. All right, to us really gonna be going down out here, man. It's because it's gonna be bad, man. You know, and pretty much, one of the things that I was pondering on, man, was this whole thing with um the CDC or might have been the WHO. It's either the WHO or the CDC website. I was looking at it earlier today, but basically talking about a zombie apocalypse, man. Prepping for a zombie apocalypse. All right. Now what are the odds, man? All right, because another thing, as I was meditating on, because I don't know if some of you are aware, but basically you had one of these volunteers that took the thingy thing. All right. Um, a few months back, it was a volunteer, which they had to shut the they had to shut it down for a minute after this had came out because I think this was a UK woman, if I'm not mistaken, might have been over there in the UK, a woman over there in the UK, but it came out about how, man, she came out that she couldn't, basically she said something along the lines of how after she took this thingy thing, she said something along the lines of how they killed God, and how she couldn't feel God, you know, because partaking in that thingy thing, man, um, basically, like the scriptures say, and I'm gonna get this real quick in Proverbs chapter 21. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." All right. And partaking in that thingy thing, man. Because that whole thing, man, and I'm trying to be careful with how I choose my words, because they are cracking down, man, on these stuff. But partaking in that the thingy thing, all right, these things that they're trying to inject us with, or they want to inject us with, basically, man, you're cutting off your how do I call it, um your connection with Yahweh Shalom Shai. All right, because this thing, man, is basically, it's prepping you, man, for Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18. It's prepping your body. It's setting your body up. And somehow, some way, it is believed that it all ties in, because when you talk about Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18, all right, this is why we have to code it. All right. Um, they'll flag the video for medical misinformation, as well as talking about the these thingy things, you know. They'll flag your videos for talking for medical misinformation. So again, somehow, some way, these things do tie in, or why else would they flag videos dealing with Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18 for medical misinformation? All right, you know, um, because in a lot of videos, man, we don't even when we talk about Revelation 13, 16, and 17, we don't even mention nothing about the thing, you know, the thingy things, you know. A lot of times we don't even mention it, but they'll still flag the video as a medical misinformation. So somehow it ties in. You know, it all ties in with one another, and that's why it's best if you're not partaking it all together. All right. Um, but nevertheless, man, it's believed, man, that hey, when it comes to these the thingy thing, it is basically prepping your body for Revelation 13, 16, and 17. All right. And with that being said, man, because these things, man, going back to what I quoted from the UK woman, all right, you know, a volunteer that partook in this thing, she said it that they killed God. She said she couldn't feel God, you know. And again, because these things, man, is basically is gonna cut your connection off from Yahweh Shemel Shai. And that's why I read Proverbs 21 and 16, man. All right. Because you're pretty much going to be left out there in a dead state, man, walking around like this, you know, the zombie Seattle, you know, the zombie woman in Seattle, you know, because this is a pretty you know, a common video that's been floating around, all right, dealing with this woman, man. You know, she looks bugged the hell out. And again, just my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that, you know, she took the thingy thing, because hey, man, there people are basically catching all type of hell that have you know, partook in this thing. You know, now videos are coming out about the magnet test. All right, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. All right, but nevertheless, man, this thing is setting you up for the okie doke. You know, but going back to what I was mentioning earlier, man. All right, because the scriptures talk about, was that Second Corinthians 2:11, man. Be waring of Satan's devices. You know, roughly paraphrasing it. All right. You know, because hey, man, this devil nonstop. He's plotting. He's planning. You know, devising wicked schemes. All right. I'm gonna go to real quick Psalms chapter 52. All right, because these devils, man, they're up to something, man. You know, read this in Psalms chapter 52. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "Why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of the Most High endureth continually. The tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor working deceitfully." It says, "Thou lovest evil more than good, and it says, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, Selah. It says, thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue." All right, because again, you know, they love wickedness more than righteousness, because they were, you know, like the scriptures say, they were estranged from the womb. They were created to be wicked. All right, and everything that they do, man, it's just it's just wickedness. All right, and that's why it tells you in get this in the apocrypha. Where is it at? Second Ezra chapter 9, and I'm probably going to be bringing this precept out some more. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 20 says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it." All right, and again, dealing with this you know, the thingy thing and the whole magnet test. All right, it's looking like these things, man, the thingy things, man. It's looking like I said, because this isn't indefinite, but it's looking like that, hey, these things may contain the Revelation 13, 16 to 17 in it, you know. Um Slakia. I don't know if you can hear that, but Slakia, if you can hear that, but yeah, man. And again, that's why it says, going back to reading, I'm gonna read this again, second Esdras 9:20. It says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it." All right, because knowing and understanding that when they mandate this thing, hey, things are really gonna be it's really gonna be turned up out here. Because why? Because when they mandate this thing, just know that Yahweh Shai, man, he's right at the door, man. He's getting ready to come. All right, so this is when things are really gonna be happening. All right. But again, just going back to what I was pondering on, dealing with why, because I mentioned this to a few people, and they they looked at me crazy. How the CDC, it was either the WHO or the CDC, how they got on their website. This is something that you can look up. How they have on their website basically preparedness, for a zombie outbreak. All right, a zombie apocalypse, and they got the kit and everything. This is something you can look up. Because when I mentioned this to a few people, they looked at me like, I was just talking at my ass or whatever. But no, man, the CDC, they're actually talking about preparing for a zombie apocalypse. All right, now, what are the chances, man? All right, because I was watching this show, and this is another one of the things I was meditating on, man. I was watching this show on Netflix called Zoo. All right, which basically, man, just goes into like an animal apocalypse. All right. Basically, the animals develop some type of virus to where they're mutating, and basically they're not afraid anymore, and they're getting ready to take over. You know, and you had a few people, a small band of people, come up with this this cure, so to say. All right. Um, and one of the ways that they plan to dish this cure out to all the animals was by way of mosquitoes. All right, because mosquitoes, they transmit diseases and stuff like that. Um, and land and water. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe mosquitoes, they lay their eggs in water, so that can affect the ecosystem in the oceans as well. But nevertheless, again, what are the coincidences that um again, out here in Florida, South Florida, they were talking about. Well, I don't know if they done it or not, but in South Florida, man, they were talking about releasing genetically modified mosquitoes. What are the chances on that? All right, because this is something that's been said before, man. Just stating my vain opinion, because when they don't reach this herd immunity, they could very well release the real deal, or real bio warfare. All right, and you could really start seeing people, drop dead out here from something, you know. And nevertheless, man, people that are taking these stinky things, all right. Hey, man, you know, like I said, man, people are already getting jacked up. All right. People that are partaking in that thing, they don't know that they are basically guinea pigs, man. That's why people, all these videos are coming out of what's going on, all these deaths that are being reported and that are not being reported. All right. All this information that's been coming out, man. All right. I've been telling people, hey, man, within the next few months, man, hey, man, you can really start seeing stuff like this. Because, like I said, it's no coincidence on the CDC website. They're talking about preparing for a zombie apocalypse. All right. Because again, partaking in that thing, man, hey, basically you're cutting off that connection with Yahweh Shemel Shai. So that's what, like I said, that's why I read Proverbs 21 in 16. All right. You know, Matter of fact, I'll read it again. Proverbs 21:16. Proverbs 21:16, it says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." All right. So you see, man, and this is why, like when you read in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, when it talks about the valley of dry bones, all right, because if you don't have this truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, basically, man, you're spiritually dead. You're dead from the neck up, all right. You know, you're basically a walking zombie. You know, a lot of these zombie movies and shows and stuff that they make, man, they're making it out of mockery of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, because before we had this truth, we were spiritually dead. All right. You know, and again, being that a lot of our people, man, they're already in that dead state of mind, man. They're already, you know, walking zombies out here, man. All right, they're already disconnected. All right, they're really gonna be in a jacked up predicament. All right, even more so when they start, you know, forcing these things, man. You know, talking about a zombie apocalypse. You know, when I speak on that, I'm not speaking it in the sense of you know, like what they show in the movies and stuff like that, but nevertheless, knowing and understanding that, hey man, cannibalism is coming back on a major way. All right, you know, cannibalism is coming back on a major scale. I'm gonna get this in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 58. It says, "And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body." Matter of fact, I'll read I'm gonna read verse 49. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49, it says, "Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the north, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle, as the eagle. Flieth a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." And basically part of the curses, all right, you know, when you read this chapter, man, from the 15th verse on down, you know, it goes into the curses that will befall us as a people, as a nation, for disobeying Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and part of the curses, man, basically, man, Yahweh Shem Shai would send send this nation over us, all right, and rule us with rigor, all right. But even more so, man, all right, because the day is coming where, hey, man, like it talks about in the flood that's getting ready to compass us, man. You know, on all sides, the enemy that's going to compass us all around, man. And this is getting ready to happen. So when you read on verse 50, it says, "A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young." Because Esau is a merciless people, and that's what it's talking about. All right. You know, it's talking about Esau. All right, just a nation with you know, no remorse, no mercy or anything, man. All right, you know, because these people, man, they're just ferocious beasts, man. They don't care. All right, but nevertheless, man, because they're soulless people, man, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that's on them. Because when they come down with that great wrath, man, all right, hey man, you people are going to see something that you didn't think was possible. Just a people that's just doing all this killing and torturing and just all type of abominable things, man. Stuff that you didn't think that would, you know, happen. Things that you didn't think could happen, man. But nevertheless, it's gonna happen. And when it happens, hey, Jake, man, they're gonna be in a state of what the hell is going on? Because Jake thinks that Esau is their friend. You know, Jake thinks that the enemy is their friend, and they're about to find out the hard way. All right, but yeah, when Esau comes through, man, he's not sparing no. He's not. If you don't have the hedge of protection of Yahweh Shem Shai, he's not sparing none. Old, young, newborn babes. All right, he's not sparing anything. So verse 51 says, "And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave their corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kin, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee. All right. And also, when you read during the times of the fall of Rome, or the siege of Jerusalem, all right, when you read about what took place during that time, man, when those Romans, which were Edomites, besieged Jerusalem, all right, they cut the city off, man. Nothing was coming in, nothing was coming out. And you read stuff about this, man, all right, about cannibalism, all right, how babies were being sodden, babies were being boiled and eaten, man. It was bad. It was very bad. All right, and nevertheless, man, that's coming here on a major scale. Like I said, all right, nothing new under the sun, because hey, throughout time, different points of time, man. Hey, man, like I said, scriptures you could read about different periods in time where you read about cannibalism. All right, but this time that is this time we're coming into, man, is going to be much worse. All right, and hey, man, when you see the siege start to take place, man, when these lockdowns come back on a major scale, man, and restrictions and martial law and checkpoint, when you start seeing these things, man, just know that this siege is coming. All right, and when they completely fully cut this place off, man, all right, hey, nothing new under the sun. The same thing that took place back then is going to take place again. And the stage is being set. It has been set for a while. If you've been paying attention to everything that's been going on, man, all right, the stage is being set for famines, all right, all of these things to take place. Because again, when Yahweh Shemar Shai cuts this place off, there's no food coming in or out, all right. And being that these people are gluttonous, man, they're gonna lose it, all right. But nevertheless, this is a part of the curses that I'm reading here, all right. I'm going to read Deuteronomy 28 and 53. It says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons, and of thy daughters, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee, Slakia, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. So you see, all right, because again, hey, when this siege takes place, man, hey, and when it talks about the fruit of thine own body, man, like it read here, man, your own children, man, hey, people are gonna be eating their own children, man, and people are gonna be eating one another, all right, people are gonna be taking chunks out of their own flesh, all right, because that's how bad it's gonna be, So again, like I was saying, matter of fact, let me get this in Jeremiah 19 and 9. It's either Jeremiah 9 and 19 or Jeremiah 19 and 9. Because when I speak on, cannibalism, I'm not talking about in the sense of, like what they show in the movies and stuff like that, man. Jeremiah 19 and 9, it says, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friend in the siege, and straightness wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. All right, so again, man, like I was saying, as far as like a zombie apocalypse, like the what they show in the movies and stuff, I don't say it in the sense like that, but cannibalism is coming back, man. Friends are going to turn on one another, man. Like this stuff that you be seeing in the movies, man. All right, like like that one movie called The Road. All right, where he had the father, the pops and the son, come across his house, man, and it turns out, man, they got a whole basement full of people, man. It was basically food, man. They were being stored as food, because hey, man, those are the times that we're coming into, man. Hey, people are gonna be literally gonna be eating one another, man. They're gonna be in a dead, hey, man, these people, man, they're already in a dumbed down state of mind. These people are already lost in the sauce as it is. All right. So when it's really said and done, man, hey, man, you really going to see stuff like this, man. People bug the hell out. All right. So like I said, man, because it's no coincidence, hey, they've been, um, you know, talking about a zombie preparedness, man. They talking about, zombie kits and stuff like that, man. How to prepare for a zombie apocalypse and stuff like that. It's no coincidence, you know. But nevertheless, like I said, there are accounts, the scriptures do talk about, um, cannibalism, man. That is coming back, man, and it's coming back on a major scale. Cause something, man, that I've been mentioning, um, cause hey, when Yahweh Shema Shai release, when he opens that fourth dimension, man, all right, hey, man, we're gonna see things that's it's unexplainable, all right. We're about to witness some things, man. And because also this is why we're going to need the this is why Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's going to have to lift that standard, because that's how bad it's going to be. All right. Not only, some of us, man, some of the men of the Lord are going to be on the run, and, going to have to fight off martial law troops and stuff like that. All right. Which, in Isaiah 59:19, that flood, man, is talking, like I said, it's talking about Esau, which is the devil that's going to come down with that great wrath. All right. This is the enemy that's getting ready to besiege us, man. All right. Um, but not only are we gonna need protection from Esau, man. Hey, we're gonna need protection from these bugged out individuals, man. Because like I said, man, these people, man, they're getting ready to lose it. All right, especially when it's full blown martial law and very limited resources, man. Very limited food. When Yahweh Shemel Shai hits this place with pestilences, man. Like I said, man, you're gonna see people bug the hell out. When Yahweh Shemel Shai hits this place with famines, these people are not used to being hungry. All right, these people are not used to going days without eating, man. So what do you think they're gonna do, man? These people are gonna lose their minds. And like I said, hey, when Yahweh Shemel Shai opens that realm, man, all right, and he unleashes them spirits, man, from the fourth dimension, all right, we're gonna witness some things, man. We're about to witness some things out here. But I'm gonna get this in Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, and I looked, verse 7, Revelation 6 and 7, it says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast saying, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat up on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them, all right, talking about those spirits, man, all right. Because, hey, man, when this takes place and it's in full effect, Jacob is in full effect, man, hey, people, man, they're going to be, it's going to be a very scary time, and it's going to be a very fearful time. People's face are literally, man, they're going to be, because basically, man, when you go into this pale horse, man, all right, like I read in what was that, Second Esdras 9, all right, where it talks about how basically the world, man, is going to be in peril. It's going to be, we're going to be living through some very dangerous stuff, man. Some very scary times we're coming into, man. Just can't stress it enough how bad it's going to be. All right. But nevertheless, man, these spirits that Yahweh Shemel Shai is getting ready to unleash out here. All right. I'm going to read this again. Revelation 6 and 8. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them. Again, talking about them demons, man, them spirits, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai, when he opens that fourth realm, it says, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, talking about America. All right. It says to kill with sword and with hunger. So you see again, because hey, these people, they don't know how to they don't know what it's like to go 2, 3, 4 days without eating, man. They don't know what it's like to fast, but the Lord is going to make these people fast. All right. And again, being that they don't know how to deal with that, man, eventually, man, hey, This is where you're gonna start seeing people turn on one another. All right, they're gonna start they're gonna turn on the fruit of their own body, man. They're gonna start eating their children, man. All right, they're gonna take chunks out of their own. It's gonna be bad out here, man. All right, but nevertheless, man. Again, hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's getting ready to plague this place. But to read it out, it says, to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beast of the earth. All right. So again, man, hey, you know, just pondering on these things, man. You know, because these devils, man, they're up to something, man. You know, don't know what it is exactly, but these devils are up to something. Like I said, you know, it's no coincidence. You know, because I was gonna make the point. I don't know if I did already, but going back to that show that I was talking about on Netflix called Zoo. All right. Um, Actually, I think I did say this, but basically, how they wanted to administer this cure to these animals, man, was by way of mosquitoes, right? You know, because like I said, mosquitoes, you know, they transmit diseases and stuff like that, man. If you wanna if you wanna populate, if you wanna spread a disease, man, biowarfare, a good way to do that is by way of mosquitoes, and it was no coincidence. You know, they released those genetically modified mosquitoes down there in South Florida, man. You know, it's no coincidence. You know, it's no coincidence. Like I said, you know, CDC, man, they're on their website talking about preparing for a zombie apocalypse, you know, with the kits and stuff, man. It's you know, all these things, it's not a coincidence. All right. But nevertheless, man, like I read in Psalms chapter 52, man, you know, the you know, the wicked plots, man, and the wicked devices, man, of these devils, man, you know. But nevertheless, all right, hey, power is given unto them to hurt the earth for a period of time. And we're coming into that time, you know. But nevertheless, man, just something, you know, was pondering on, you know, dealing with a few of these topics, you know, because you know you can't put nothing past Esau. All right, he's a madman. He's a mad scientist. All right, this man is deranged. All right, you know he's crazy, man. And like I said, man, we are truly the times that we're coming into, man, we are truly going to need our power. You know, and the spirit of Yahweh Shema, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah to deal with us, man. We're truly going to need it. But with that, I'm gonna give all credit to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Yahweh Shema Shai, Barakatham to the hopefully elect. Until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.